The theme tune to Tom and Jerry Kids has been etched in my brain since I was tiny. The show first aired in 1991, and I would have watched it when I was, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5. A very big Tom and Jerry fan growing up. But it occurred to me that I couldn't actually remember what it was like. Did Tom and Jerry talk? Were there other characters in it? I had no recollection of the actual show, so I decided that I'd give it a watch. And honestly, it's very cute. This first episode isn't perfect, and I'll talk about why, but I can definitely see why at least the theme tune was etched in my brain, because I assume I watched it a lot. So this first episode, well, there are actually 3 segments in the first episode, and I'll just talk about Flipping Fido to begin with. And this aired, as I said, 1991, April 91, and it starts with Tom and Jerry having their usual kerfuffle. And Tom definitely looks like a young kitten. He looks like a younger version of himself. And he's got a little hat to give him a more youthful appearance. Jerry Jerry actually looks older. He looks bigger than the classic cartoons, but they've put a little bow tie around his neck to make him look like a little mouse. So it works well enough. But Jerry could have, I don't know, they could have done something different to make Jerry look a little bit younger. I don't have any suggestions, but I don't think Jerry looks like a kid. Tom definitely. And they're having their usual scrap, and they enter this commercial kitchen, and a dog, Fido of course, gets in the way. And Tom has to try and distract Fido using a frisbee, and then the frisbee, I think the frisbee part takes up maybe the entire second half, and it doesn't always go swimmingly for Tom. And I won't say any more than that, but it's got the usual setup of a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Tom trying to capture Jerry, Jerry trying to get the better of Tom. Occasionally another character will come in and throw things up. And here we have Fido, who is nothing like Spike. So I did think when I read the title, I thought, okay, this is probably about a dog. I wonder if it's going to be Spike-esque, but it absolutely isn't the case. I don't mind the design of the dog. He's much, much bigger than Tom. Obviously, because Tom is a kid. Visually, it's certainly quite interesting. I didn't like the sounds the dog made. I don't think it worked very well. It just didn't feel synchronized. It just felt like the audio was coming from elsewhere, not the dog's mouth. And I don't know why that is. If anybody has any opinions on that, please let me know. But that's something that definitely stood out to me. The audio just didn't seem spot on. The music, the backing songs were pretty decent, definitely high energy, definitely kept things flowing in the right direction. And it's only about 6 or 7 minutes, about the length of a classic Tom and Jerry cartoon. But I will say in its favour, I feel like it packed in a lot more than a classic Tom and Jerry cartoon. With a classic, you can name, you can say, well, this happened, then this happened, then this happened. This one is a lot more chaotic, it's a lot more messy, but in a good way. It's busy, it keeps you engaged. Not that the classic Tom and Jerry's don't, but I feel like as audiences progress, we need things that are more and more captivating because we just get used to things, and I think this one's definitely very busy. It works very well. The character of Fido, as I said, I'm on the fence about. But in terms of Tom and Jerry themselves, the setting, the way it was animated, the pacing, everything seems to be pretty good. So I'm still focusing on the last few Tom and Jerry cartoons I have to watch. I was going to watch all of those before I went and watched Tom and Jerry Kids, but I couldn't resist any longer. But I will definitely watch the rest of them, or at least continue watching them until I realise I don't want to. Flippin' Fido is pretty decent. I don't know if this is what the rest of them are going to feel like or not, but I'm definitely keen to find out.